Welcome back to my S-Rank walkthrough for Resident Evil 5, my friends. This is chapter 5.2 and I did a few upgrades with my weapons here. I upgraded the Magnum's capacity and damage. I also bought some flame rounds because we will need them for this chapter. This is a fairly difficult chapter, there will be a lot of things going on. So I suggest that you buy a few flame rounds as well. It will make the boss fight at the end of the chapter a little bit more simple. And I also bought a bulletproof vest for Sheva because you know that she will be taking damage here. We're going to encounter a new type of enemy during this chapter. We will battle Magini that have assault rifles, which deliver heavy damage, and on this difficulty it won't take long for your character to enter a dying state. First we're going to stay here and dispose of the first 3 Magini, because we're protected in this area. Well, Sheva is just going to stay there and take damage because why not. I upgraded Sheva's AK-47, that's going to be her main weapon during this chapter. In this chapter you will pick a different machine gun and you can use whichever one you prefer, honestly. This AK-47 can have 250 damage, which is pretty good for a machine gun. But the machine gun that we're going to pick up in this chapter, it has a piercing capability. So it's really up to you. I think I might keep the AK-47 and have Sheva deal a little bit more damage that way. But like I said, whichever you choose is fine. Take cover here and we're going to dispose of the remaining Magini with machine guns. A headshot will be enough to take care of them, but be careful because sometimes even after you blow up their head, they will keep firing at you for a little bit. And as soon as you send Sheva forward, send her back near Chris because that will trigger the appearance of the next wave of enemies. The sniper rifle really is effective during this chapter. That should trigger the appearance of the next wave of enemies.
Much appreciated.
They're taking a little bit longer than they should. Okay, there they are. Sometimes the enemies don't appear as fast as you want them to appear. I guess they don't want to battle Chris. Again, we've discussed this before, but it makes perfect sense. They don't want to be crushed in between Chris's biceps, I guess. But, well, it's not just his biceps, it's literally every single muscle that Chris has in his arms. I mean, I saw a comment on the previous section of my walkthrough saying that Chris probably can't even scratch his back. That's a very good point. He's probably incredibly stiff. I'm sure that once he hits 50 or something, even though Capcom doesn't really age their characters all that much, just take a look at Resident Evil 6 for that, but I'm pretty sure that when Chris hits 50 or so, he won't be able to move anymore. He's also probably going to have a lot of skins dangling, but oh well, it was his choice, so that's all I can say. Anyway, have Sheva pick up this red herb, and there's going to be a guy here who tries to surprise you, but can dispose of him very easily. And now we're going to move to the next area. Once again we're going to battle a bunch of Magini with machine guns. If you're not going for a no damage run, then you might want to give Chris a bulletproof vest as well. This is another one of those instances where I'm mad at the AI because, I mean, you saw what I saw, right? Sheva was literally running against Chris's arm and she couldn't move past him. I mean, I know Chris has huge arms, but you can still go around him. I guess the AI simply couldn't process that information. Does not compute. I really wish they upgraded the AI in this game. I know that requires work, but to be honest, there should be an option, just like in Resident Evil 4, with Leon and Ashley. Leon can tell Ashley to wait and stand still. We can't do that with Sheva, which is a shame. We should just tell her wait, and she would just stay here and, well, she would be out of the way. We could do everything and then she could join Chris. To be fair, she is staying out of the way here, so that's not too bad. We're not done yet, and there's a few Magini who are waiting to ambush you once you climb up the steps, but you can dispose of all of them by causing a very big explosion. But let's take care of that guy. There we go. And there's going to be another one. There we go. Explosion. That takes care of that wave. So we only need to take care of one more. By the way, Resident Evil 4 is coming out in HD in August 30th. That's going to be very fun. I know it's probably going to be just like with Resident Evil 5, they won't really change a whole lot aside from the graphics and just the mobility of the characters, I guess, but still very much excited for that. Anyway, let's pick up the spoils and then let's move on.
Come on! Roger! Come on!
Uroboros has been murdered.
Make sure to take care of it before we leave.
Don't worry. The reserve supply is almost ready.
You know that voice.
It's Excella.
That's being handled, Robert. I'm looking forward to it.
Albert.
What?
How are you holding up, okay, Albert?
Shit. Wesker. I thought he was dead.
To be honest, I don't know why Chris thought that Wesker was dead. I mean, it's Wesker. I'm not even 100% convinced that he dies in, well, Resident Evil 5, but anyway. In this area we can avoid the leakers by simply walking past them, but the AI likes to pull a little stunt where whenever you reach the end of the corridor, the AI will start firing at the leakers for whatever reason. And then you will have to make a run for the door. You can dispose of them and collect a lot of Lionheart gems, stones, but I'm not going to do it because I don't need them. And at this point, honestly, for a first playthrough, it would be a waste of ammunition, so I don't recommend that you do it. When you have infinite ammunition, maybe you can come back here and do that. So far so good, the AI is behaving, but at any moment now it will open fire, I'm telling you. Yep, once you hear the music, that means that they have spotted you. Just make a run for it towards the door. Come on, Sheva, please hurry. And we are out of here. We won't have to worry about leakers until the next chapter now. And this area, it's probably one of the most problematic areas to avoid taking damage. It's all about luck. I'll be the first one to admit it. Because there will be 3 Magini with machine guns. So you can run around and avoid their bullets, but I admit myself, this is my second attempt in this area. The first time I got it, it's not easy. So just keep in mind, however, that you don't gain anything from doing a no damage run in Resident Evil. I don't know if there's any reward. I know in some Resident Evil there's a reward for you not using first aid sprays, but that's not the case here. So don't worry too much about taking damage. Obviously, in the higher difficulties, it's imperative that you avoid taking damage because you can take a lot of damage. But I only do it for an extra challenge, really. Because Resident Evil 5 is one of those games where it can be frustrating to avoid taking damage, simply because not only do you have to worry about yourself, but you know for a fact that the AI will get in trouble at some point. And it also doesn't help that the AI uses herbs or first aid sprays for, even if after just taking a little bit of damage, the AI will use a healing item, which can be very frustrating. Anyway, let's just keep going. There's a guy up there who throws grenades at you, so be careful. And honestly, I should go and dispose of him first.
Go! Okay.
He's right there in the corner.
Roger.
Actually, I don't trust Sheva to take care of him by herself, so because he has an armor. Let's finish him off now. And now we need to go through the other side. I don't know why I'm climbing up the steps. I don't need to climb up the steps. Sorry about that. Let's jump back down. That will go around. And we don't need to worry about the enemies here.
Come on. Okay. Roger.
Looks like we have to go this way.
If you go in the middle here, you won't be pushed back. I do think that this is one of the most difficult areas to avoid taking damage. It's this, and in the next chapter there's a segment where it's actually not that hard to avoid taking damage, but
Roger.
the AI will enter the dying status for sure. I can just predict it already. Well, anyway, here we're going to dispose of the Magini who are throwing grenades up there. And there's going to be a bunch of Magini coming at you, but you can just use the barrels to destroy them quickly. These Magini, as you can see, they have grenades on their vest, so you can shoot them in their vest and that will make them explode. Don't ask me why they are literally using a vest full of grenades. I mean, I understand that they want to throw it at us, but it doesn't seem very practical when you can just shoot one of the grenades and make them explode, but I guess that's convenient for us. And as you move forward, there's going to be more enemies. Here they come. They will throw grenades at you. But as long as you keep your distance, you're good. You can even just use the handgun here to dispose of the incoming enemies. Sheva, what are you doing? I don't know why the AI does this. I didn't tell the AI to attack, but it just decided to run forward. So it's like the AI was literally running up against a grenade because the enemy was throwing grenades. I swear, sometimes the AI just does things that will be beyond your comprehension. I don't know why the AI does what it does. I think it's Capcom just trolling us, honestly. Because when they were making this game, it's impossible to believe that they didn't notice that the AI behaved so awkwardly at times. Anyway, there's another wave of enemies coming, but let's just use the barrels once again. And that's the last of them. Now we're going to have to deal with a new enemy, the Reaper.
Come on!
Rather annoying enemy. It has an instant death attack. If it grabs you, you're done for, regardless of the difficulty that you're playing in. And we're going to pick up the lonely BSAA emblem in this chapter. It's inside this trash can. Guess I have to aim up a little bit more. There we go. And in here you will find a new machine gun. Like I said, this machine gun, even though it doesn't have as much damage capacity as the AK-47, it has a piercing capability, but it's really whatever you prefer, it doesn't matter.
Give me a grenade.
Take this.
Thanks for the help.
Since I already upgraded the AK-47 a little bit, I'm going to keep that as Sheva's main weapon for now, and I am going to upgrade it so that Sheva can be a little bit more effective. I have a few acid rounds that I bought, and I'm going to use them against the Reaper.
Come on!
Roger.
Take it!
Okay.
I'm going to use the acid rounds to stun the Reaper, and then I'm going to use my handgun to shoot the Reaper in its core,
Why would they need these, do you think?
and that will hopefully
They're planning to
take
start
care
a
of the
war.
Reaper. But even if it doesn't, then I'll just keep firing acid rounds at him, and that will work as well.
Okay.
That's never a good sign. To me, the Reaper might very well be, well, aside from the dogs, I don't like the dogs, but it might be the second most frustrating enemy in the game. Because they just move so awkwardly that even when you shoot them in the center of their chest, if you don't hit them dead on in the center, they won't
I
die.
can't right now.
So let's just wait here. And let's do this. Acid round, handgun. Let's do another acid round. There's its core, and I guess I'm not shooting in completely in the center, but oh well. That worked. I guess I managed to hit him in its chest with the acid round, and that finished it off. I used a few more acid rounds than I wanted, but it's all good. As long as it was defeated, that's all that matters. Now we're going to push this lever, and we can pick up a necklace here, but be careful because not all of those dead bodies are dead. And why am I going through here? I need to go through here.
These must be the discarded test subjects from the research facility.
There are a lot of discarded test subjects, huh? And they're all innocent people, so I feel terrible for them. We really need to make everyone pay. Excella needs to pay. But be careful. They will jump at you. And this is the one that has the necklace. Make sure you pick it up. The ones that you see shaking, those are the ones that will attack you. And now let's make it towards the other side, and we can push the lever and stop it. What are you doing, Sheva? Where are you going? Oh goodness, Sheva got stuck behind the crate, didn't she?
Come on!
Okay,
She totally did.
Come on!
I can't right now.
Of course you can't. Well, I'm just going to push the lever and stop it, otherwise she will never make it. Oh, Sheva. Not just Sheva, the AI in general, because Chris is just as bad. If he's the one being controlled by the AI.
Okay,
Come on!
Roger.
You really need to be patient.
Sheva!
Roger.
I need ammo.
Use this.
So we're going to do a few changes here. Make sure you have the magnum ammunition and the flame rounds.
Thanks.
Also change the flame rounds with the acid rounds so that you have them on your grenade launcher. And you will pick up a few more incendiary grenades and flame rounds right here on the ground, but the amount that I have should be enough for the boss.
Give me an herb.
Use this.
And that
Come
will be
on,
enough.
Roger.
So let's get ready to do this.
Sheva!
Roger.
Sheva.
Well, glad you could make it. Up here, you two.
Excella. Where's Jill?
Jill. You're like a broken record, you know that? Just as single-minded as he said. You've spent so long trying to track down Uroboros. Well, here, enjoy.
So Uroboros is a new DOW, and you're planning on selling it to terrorists.
Good guess, but no. While it does resemble the BOW based on the progenitor virus, I have no intention of selling it to terrorists.
Then what are you using it for?
Evolution. It's a philosopher's stone, one that will choose through DNA who shall proceed to the next stage. My vision and his combined, now made a reality.
Evolution? What are you talking about?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Everyone will. Too bad. Looks like he wasn't worthy. Only the chosen ones are fit for the coming new world.
Excella. Wait!
Okay guys, immediately switch to your grenade launcher, fire 2 flame rounds, and that will reveal the weak point of this boss. Again, it has a name that I simply cannot pronounce. And then once those big orbs are revealed, shoot them with your magnum, and that will be enough to defeat this boss. We just have to keep doing this until the boss is defeated. Two flame rounds will stun the boss, so it doesn't even need to move from that location. As long as you keep firing, you'll be good. I might need some more flame rounds here, but it's okay because we have those big canisters that we can blow up, and we also have incendiary grenades, so it's going to be just fine. But it's really this simple. All that you need to do is keep doing this. Switch between the grenade launcher and the magnum. Ignore the flamethrower, you won't need it. You should be almost done at this point, because, well, I'm actually needing to be done, because otherwise I'll be in trouble. Oh well. Time to switch to the incendiary grenades. There we go. And that's it. See, I knew it wouldn't take much longer. But that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. And that will conclude this chapter, my friends. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this segment. In the next part, we're going to have a huge fight against two very familiar faces, and that's going to be awesome to witness. But I will see you all later for the next part. Take care.